This is always such a hotly debated issue in Canada. I built the most detailed rent versus buy calculator I can, and I'm giving it away for free through my subscriber list, link in bio, or my comments. This is part 2 of 2. In this video, I'm going to break down how it works and running 3 real-world scenarios: Toronto, Calgary, and Ottawa. I'm Brian, CPA, over 15 years in finance. Most calculators compare your mortgage to your rent. That's not the full cost of owning a home. Let me break down what they miss. Cost of capital is a big one, and it's confusing. So let's say your down payment's $140,000, sitting on a house maybe earning 2 to 3% a year. If that money was in a TFSA earning 6.5%, the gap compounds every year. That 6.5% is conservative. That's a globally diversified equity portfolio, like an all-in-one ticker like XEQT. And if you put less than 20% down, it gets worse because you're now paying CMHC insurance and more interest on a bigger mortgage. In my calculator, the renter's entire down payment goes into a portfolio on day 1, plus every month saving over the owner. Some people will say that Canadian real estate is built different, and that's partially true because of the primary residence exemption, meaning zero tax on your home's gains. CMHC lets you buy with 5% down. We have restrictive zoning, immigration without supply. That's pushed returns above the global average, but that's policy. It's not fundamentals, and policies can change over time. What about leverage? It's a fair point. 5% down is 20x leverage, which is crazy and it's powerful, but you're leveraging into a single illiquid asset earning 2% real returns, not a diversified portfolio earning 5% plus. And the thing people don't know is the leverage shrinks every year you pay down the mortgage. Okay, so second is property tax and maintenance, combined almost $1,000 a month on a $700,000 home. Gone every year. Third is transaction cost. You lose 8 to 12% of the home's value on a $700K. That's $56,000 to $84,000. This is why buying under 5 years almost never works out well. And there's renewal risk. People are experiencing that this year. You lock in for just 5 years at a time in Canada. It's not 25 like the US. If rates jump 2% at renewal, your payment can go up over $500 a month. My calculator models all of this every year by year, both sides. Let's go through the 3 scenarios. Toronto, $650K condo, 10% down. Own is just over $5,000 a month. Rent is just over $2,200. The gap's about $2,800. At 7 years, the renter's ahead by $160,000. For buying to break even, you need about 6% appreciation every year for 7 straight years. The average is about 3. A Calgary, $620,000 detached, 20% down. No land transfer tax, no CMHC, no rent control. Most buyer-friendly scenario I can build here. Renter still ahead by $321,000 at year 20. But what the calculator can't model is rent jumping 8%. You have 2 kids, let's say, and there's no rent cap. For families who need a school district and a backyard, that stability totally matters. Mass might save rent, but life is pointing towards buying. Both are valid. Lastly, Ottawa, 62 years old, home worth $700K, paid off. Sell and invest is $1.5 million by year 20. Keep $976,000. The gap's about just over $500K. The math says sell. Again, maybe the math says sell, but the home you raise your kids in is not a math decision, and maybe there's not somewhere nice enough to downsize into. 3 cities, renting won the math in all 3. Biggest factor was time. Under 5 years, rent wins. Over 15, buying catches up. The biggest factor, though, is you, and will you invest a difference? Because if you won't, the mortgage is the most powerful forced savings tool in the country. Calculator is free. Link in my bio or comments. Run your own numbers. I'll do an updated version at some point in the future based on feedback I get. Please like and follow for more.